And we are live, and I wanted to say real quickly, Charles with Uber Eats. Thank you very much. I didn't realize that my fingers slipped, and I spelled health wrong in the fucking title. So thank you very much. I appreciate you. But anyway, my name is Alan Roberts. Back today at you. Yesterday was a very, very, very busy day. That's why I didn't go live. I mean, we did evening rants, but I wasn't able to do my fitness videos because, very frankly, I was digging out a fucking I was digging out of uh, being gone for a week. So give me one more second here. I wanted to remove something. There we go. All right. Boom. Done. Good. All right. So today, for my first video, and I'm probably going to come back again at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. Eastern time. No, excuse me, 5 p.m. Eastern time, and just some other stuff before we go live on Evening Rants, which, by the way, if you are not following us on Evening Rants on Rumble, we now are about to launch our Evening Rants local page where there will be private content and Q&As where we'll have you guys join the screen, everything like that. That will be for members only on our locals, but we also have a locals channel. You can follow us on Spreely, which is an app you put on your phone or app you put on your smart TV, and you can just watch us live. We're channel 2 at 8 p.m. And then we also have X and, of course, Instagram, but X will be on tonight at Mark Lobliner or at the MFACOO. And we are talking to Tommy Gabriel tonight. Tommy Gabriel tonight, he is a TMZ journalist who has left the left. So I suggest you check it out. It's going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing interview. I'm very, very happy. So, today, though, we are going to talk about how Women's Health magazine wants women to stay unhealthy. I have covered this topic multiple times, and they keep coming up with this article. First, I wanted to get to these people real quick. Hi, Ellen. There's a photo of Tim Walsh during the lockdown, kneeling in front of a little kid, both masked. And I know we'll talk about that on Evening Rants. I love being lectured on lockdown and masking by a guy. Yep. I hear you, but we'll talk about that on Evening Rants. Hi, I just want to say thanks to Alan, as the motivation I get from watching and listening to him has helped me lose 4 stone. 4 stone is 56 pounds. Everybody congratulate this woman. That's fucking out. Goddamn standing. Hell yeah. Mariano TMG. 56 pounds. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Now, I always say this. This is very important. I just said some shit that resonated with you. You did that shit. You should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. Hell yeah. So let's just get straight to it, because maybe I can do a little Q&A. But this is Women's Health magazine. This is from today. This is literally from today. So I always like taking a look at these, and we'll see, like, Olivia Lupino is who wrote this piece of gutter trash. So Olivia Lupino is assistant editor. She is an editorial assistant at Women's Health, where she covers health and fitness. She previously wrote the Cut, Pop Sugar, and Salon, and has done everything from New York fashion to other bullshit. She is not, as far as I know, she has no credentials to be talking about health whatsoever at all. And this is just where she's at. And then it was reviewed by a PhD, because Women's Health magazine wants you to know that to be very sure about the medical fucking advice they give by having you talk to a PhD data or health data. It's all your fucking fee-fees, you fucking weak-ass bitches. So let's get to this. Orthorexia. I also wanted to check out something too. Said I wanted to check out something else, and then the internet died. See, by the way, thing. Oh, geez. There we're back. Okay. It's the inability. God damn. It's like fucking horrible. It is the orthorexia, although not formally recognized by the Diagnostics and Statistic Manual. So just so everybody understands, they're making this shit the fuck up. They're literally making it the fuck up. They're not actually, this is not a recognized eating disorder. They're making this shit the fuck up. Women's Health Magazine is perpetuating. They didn't make this up because they're too fucking stupid to come up with something like this, by the way. But they are perpetuating this ridiculous bullshit. It's not even recognized on the DSM-5. It is the term orthorexia was coined in 1997 and meaning an obsession with proper or healthful eating. Although being aware and concerned with the nutrition of food you eat isn't a problem in and of itself, people with orthorexia become so fixated on so-called healthy eating that they actually damage their own well-being and experience health consequences such as malnutrition and or impaired of psychosocial functioning. So they're trying to say that and they kind of count malnutrition as anything that doesn't leave you fat as fuck that causes you to lose weight. And the psychosocial functioning means that you might not be able to hang around the fat fucks that you used to because you need new friends because they're fat fucks and you're healthy and you guys don't have anything in common anymore at all. And if you are a fucking fat fuck and you want to get healthy, good on you, biggest fucking fan. I will cheer you on the entire way. But open your mind to the fact that you are going to need new friend group. If you have a bunch of 300-pounders as your friends, they are not going to be helpful to you unless they are doing it with you. And it's, Lauren, I didn't think that orthorexia could be properly diagnosed because it can't. Because Women's Health Magazine is just making shit the fuck up. They're making it up completely. And it's to scare women it's to scare women into being unhealthy. As a newsflash, women, even more than men, are severely overweight. In 2018, the average woman, this is 2018, this is 6 fucking years ago, the average woman was 170 point something pounds at 5'3.5" inches tall with a waist to height ratio that put them as severely obese. Men, the average weight 6 years ago was 199.9, average height 5'9", and their waist to height ratio put them at severely overweight, right behind the women. So it's fucking insane. Give me a second. Kyle. New friend group. Not everyone clicks in a different way. I have friends of all, whatever. If you're a fat fuck, Kyle, and you have fat fuck friends, you're going to stay a fat fuck unless you change them too. It's been studied over and over. It's a social contagion. Now, don't get me wrong. You might be the exception, but you should get some new friends because your friends weight and your friend hasn't lost any weight and you don't encourage them to lose weight, you're a shitty fucking friend. And if your fat friend encourages you to not lose weight, they're a horrible friend too. So kick them the fuck out of your life. I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, let's get to this bullshit article. By the way, last picture, like, I wouldn't think that that is a woman's health mag picture. This is in their article. I don't know. So here we go. When it comes to health, you can have too much of a good thing. See how like 90% of the population is metabolically unhealthy? This is disgusting. Find me Women's Health Magazine where they talk about the obesity crisis. And I also challenge anybody from Women's Health Mag, including you, PhD bullshit person, whoever the fuck you are, find me the actual medical consequences of orthorexia. Find me who's died of orthorexia, because I can list off about 15 fucking popular people that are popular online people that have died from being obese in the last year. And that's just the popular people that we know of. Obesity is the leading cause of comorbidity for all death. If we counted COVID deaths the same way we counted, if we counted obesity deaths the same way we counted COVID deaths, where anybody that died with it died of it, according to the CDC, it would be damn near every fucking body that dies. It would be like something like 80% of all deaths every single year would be obesity related. And yet we're worried about, oh no, you might eat a few too many rice cakes? What the fuck? Orthorexia is an obsession with eating healthy food. For people who develop the eating disorder, which is not recognized as an eating disorder, even though the PhD psychologist fucking covered this, it is not this, by the way, is medical malpractice. Orthorexia is an obsession with eating healthy food for people who develop the eating disorder. By calling it the eating disorder, this is in fact malpractice because it is not recognized as an eating disorder. So, Women's Health magazine, what the fuck is wrong with you? Realistically, that's a lie. The intention to eat nutritious food turns into a fixation. Instead of generally striving to eat more healthy foods, people with orthorexia cut out entire food groups they feel aren't healthy, which can result in nutritional deficiencies, mental health challenges, and social isolation. Find me a person that is willing to lose weight that won't take a multivitamin. Like, I love how we talk about nutritional deficiencies. There is no cited data, stats, anything. I challenge both the author of this article and the PhD that reviewed it. I will debate both of you at the same time with the information on the top of my fucking head and ruin both of your fucking careers. Any fucking time. You could wake me up at 4 in the goddamn morning, let me wipe the crusties out of my eyes and put some fucking clothes on, and I'll devastate your careers. Because that's ridiculous. You cannot possibly give me any fucking data to support your bullshit. And as for the mental health challenges, there is nothing more challenging mental health-wise than being a fat fuck. It's hormonally bad for you, so therefore your mental health is off because you have a greater level of estrogen than you would normally have because, newsflash, fat is an organ and it's estrogenic. So as you grow your fat, you are going to have more and more and more estrogen. That's why Tess Holliday naked and a 500-pound man naked are going to look pretty much the fucking same because they have about the same testosterone and same estrogen levels. Once they get to the 400-pound range, when they've actually themselves to deformity, even naked, it's very hard to tell them apart, male and female. Reality exists. That will provide some mental health challenges, but also social isolation. You mean the people at the gym that are normally very, very, very fucking social? You mean social isolation because everybody else is a disgusting fat fuck in society. I'm sorry, but once you get in shape, you don't need those people around you anyway because they just pull you down. Be part of the fucking solution, not part of the fucking problem. Yeah, this one is awesome. J. Ant. Mental health challenges. Statement is so absurd. It's fucking ridiculously absurd and vague as fuck. Like, again, I challenge both the women that wrote this article, the one that wrote it and the one that reviewed it. I challenge both of you to a one-on-one debate. Both of you versus me. Anytime you fucking want. Bring all your notes. I'll bring what I got up here, and I'll end your fucking careers. So, let's see. The signs of orthorexia. And by the way, notice how they didn't list off any actual physical problems. Nutritional, it could result, which can result in nutritional deficiencies. You mean losing weight from a fat fucking state? Ridiculous. And cutting out food groups. They consider sugar a food group over at Women's Health magazine, so you should cut out sugar. You should treat sugar the same way you treat alcohol because it is that addictive. I would gather that I would postulate that a very, very serious amount of people in the 30-40% range are addicted to sugar. I would argue that we have, like, when we have a population of people that eats almost 60% of their food as ultra-processed foods any given fucking day, That's the actual fucking problem. But no, no, no. Let's worry about women trying to get healthy because God forbid we have women trying to get healthy. Fucking, I mean, it's only a matter of like if they're too fat, they can't like propagate the fucking human species. The signs of orthorexia can also be very difficult to identify, says Sadie Fox, PhD, a licensed psychotherapist who has been working with people with eating disorders for 10 years. I have more experience than you. Since eating healthy in general perceived as a good thing, people with orthorexia might be praised for their disorder, not what you mean the disorder that doesn't actually exist. This is your own bullshit. This woman speaking like this, talking about something that isn't recognized as an eating disorder, calling it an eating disorder, should have her license fucking pulled. It won't because the medical industry is completely fucking corrupt and they want you sick, fat, and dependent upon their pharma, but it should have her license pulled. Since eating healthy is generally perceived as a good thing, people with orthorexia, again, nobody has it because it's not even recognized as a fucking eating disorder. People with orthorexia might be praised for their disorder, not knowing they have a problem, which they don't have because it's not recognized as a disorder, and not ending up getting the help they need, which they don't because it's not an actual eating disorder. Now, don't get me wrong. People can definitely take it too far. Bodybuilders oftentimes take it way too fucking far. But do you realize how fucking hard it would be to malnourish yourself? That's why the problem is obesity. Is anorexia an actual real thing? Yes, and it does kill people too. It's horrible. And it is a horrible, horrible, horrible illness. That's why anytime these fucking idiots, anytime they hear about somebody losing weight, like, oh, you don't want to develop a restrictive eating disorder like orthorexia or anorexia, as if like a fat person losing weight is going to cause all of a sudden anorexia. And if it does, it's a problem. But it's super, super, super small percentage of people compared to how fat as fuck we are as a society. So there is anorexia. However, orthorexia, once again, isn't recognized. You're just talking out your fucking ass as if you're giving professional medical psychoanalysis advice. And you're not. You are disingenuous and intellectually corrupt. It's fucking ridiculous. A lot of people are just like, whoa, I didn't even realize how deep into my eating disorder I was. Oh, are they? How? How? Like how? Like this is all generalizations. All of it. All generalizations, no data, not one study. Do you know why? Because it doesn't exist. It doesn't even fucking exist. There's not one goddamn study that this woman can present because it is an eating disorder in her mind. It's imaginary. It is in the world with a purple sky and a rainbow shooting across it and a unicorn dancing across the rainbow, shooting out fucking glitter everywhere. Because heaven forbid anybody loses weight, you might be orthorexic. Shut the fuck up. People with orthorexia, there are no people with orthorexia because one more time, you stupid fuck, it doesn't exist. Might make food choices based on different approaches they see on social media, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's backed by science. As she says with zero fucking science put in this article, narrowing down the foods you eat, especially based on misinformation, is a slippery slope for other disorder behavior, she adds. What misinformation and what slippery slope? Like people like, oh, that's misinformation, it's misinformation. I'm sorry, but if you are a person out there, this is just an aside, right? If you're a person out there and you've ever accused anybody of misinformation, fuck you. Tell them why they're wrong. If you believe they're wrong, produce the data to show me why they're wrong. I know many of you out there are like, oh, the government needs to protect me against misinformation because this. The government was wrong most of the fucking time, one. And two, if you feel you need protected from misinformation, that means that you feel you're stupid as fuck. Like you personally feel if you need to be protected from misinformation, it means you have such little faith in your critical thinking abilities, in your logical skill, and your ability to assimilate information that you would read and research on your own, that you are stupid as fuck. You have no faith in that at all. So you're worried about people saying misinformation. Like when anybody says to me, oh, that's misinformation. It just means you're stupid. It just means you are dumb. Prove me wrong. I challenge anybody. Prove me wrong on anything I fucking say. Show me the data. Show me the fucking studies. Show it. I will debate you. Let's fucking go. But please don't come at me with this misinformation bullshit. Because just because you realize you're stupid as fuck and you could be led astray because you can't research and you don't understand shit, that's not me. I research my shit. If I say something and you say it's misinformation, I want to see you fucking prove it. And if you can't, you know I fucking got you. Anyway, here we go. Oops. To it. All right. People with orthorexia make food choices based on approach, blah, blah, blah. They see on social media, narrowing down food choices, the slippery slope bullshit. She's no real shit at all. Meet the experts. Sadie Fox, PhD, is a psychotherapist specializing in eating disorders at Flourish Psychology, a Brooklyn-based, and there we go, there's part of the fucking problem right there, a Brooklyn-based private psychotherapist practice. Kelly Reglis, PsyD, is a clinical psychologist and eating disorder specialist at the virtual talk therapy practice, and is a diet, and the other fucking idiot is a dietitian and intuitive eating counselor. Oh, intuitive eating counselor. Here we go. Okay. So in other words, there are three people who don't believe their own fucking profession and are making shit up and all should have their license pulled. Got it. All right. Most importantly, orthorexia can often go unnoticed. Is it a problem if it goes unnoticed? Is it is it really a problem if it goes unnoticed? It's like saying, like, you have COVID, but you're asymptomatic. Guess what? That's not a problem for anybody because asymptomatic spread wasn't ever actually a thing, and they always knew that. They just fucking used it to fucking imprison all you bitches. But they often goes unnoticed. Since eating healthy is a good thing, behaviors related to orthorexia can often be encouraged. It's important to know the signs and symptoms. What are they? List them off because, oh, I couldn't find them in the DSM because it's not in the DSM. So please, in your professional bullshit opinion, give me what the actual signs and symptoms are of your made-up bullshit. And they're even more important to turn to experts when it comes to determining what goes into a well-balanced diet. Like you, host? I mean, I'm sorry, because that's fucking stupid. You guys are saying that there is an eating disorder that doesn't actually even fucking exist. And you're not worried about obesity. So, turning to you, again, one more time. Fuck you. Here we go. Orthorexia is not officially recognized in the DSM, the Handbook for Diagnosing Mental Disorders. But yet they have the signs and symptoms. It's not recognized. It's not in the fucking manual for their profession, but they're saying it exists and there's signs and symptoms that they're just fucking creating. But it's an eating disorder that has risen significantly over the past 4 years. It's not an eating disorder because you just contradicted yourself in the same fucking sentence. Orthorexia is not officially recognized in the DSM-5, the Handbook for Diagnosing Mental Disorders. But it's an eating disorder? You fucking liars. This is disingenuous at best. At fucking best. You fucking morons. One more time. Then there was a list of a few other of you PhDs and bullshit. All 4 of you. I'll debate all 4 of you at the same time and end all your fucking careers. All of them. You sound stupid as fuck. The only problem is the rest of society is stupider as fucker than you, and they think you're intelligent when you are in fact disingenuous and stupid as fuck. That's where we're at. So, it's a challenge to determine exactly how many people in the U.S. struggle with orthorexia because nobody is. Because you cannot tell me what it is because it's not in the DSM. These people are operating outside the scope of their bullshit. The National Eating Disorder Association, per the National Eating Disorder Association, but prevalence varies across countries and populations ranging from 6.9% in the Italian population to 88.7% in Brazil. But yet, nobody is just dying of good health in Brazil, and nobody's dying of good health in the fucking Italian population. It's insane. In Brazil, in 2021, a review of International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, other studies suggest orthorexia might be more common in Instagram users, nutritional students, and populations that exercise. But they can only suggest it because they can't actually figure out if it's a fucking eating disorder. Because one more time, not in the fucking DSM, you're just making up bullshit. Do we really need to be making up bullshit when people are so fucking fat that when you go to Walmart, it looks like the fucking circus had a fat person fucking convention right down the road? Like, do we really need to be making up more shit when we can perfectly see with our own fucking eyes every day on a daily goddamn basis that obesity is destroying the fucking country and planet? Do we really need to worry about people trying to be too healthy at this point? Fucking losers. Jesus Christ, so fucking sick of this shit. What is orthorexia? It's a made up bullshit thing you guys are using to scare women into not working out. That's what it is. But they say that orthorexia is when eating healthy goes from a goal to an obsession, and it's both physical and mental drawbacks. With orthorexia, you become so focused on avoiding foods that you think are harmful that you end up depriving your body of the nutrition it needs. Give me a fucking study. Give me a fucking study. A clinical psychologist and eating disorder specialist at the private therapy of the Flourish. I have no idea what happened, guys. None. Zero. They're after me. They're after me. That's all I can say. Here we go. So, where the fuck? Where the fuck am I at? Where the fuck am I at? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so with orthorexia, you become so focused on avoiding foods that we think are harmful, blah, blah, blah. We went through all that. We went through all that. We went through all that. Their diets become so restrictive, people who are orthorexic, which is nobody because you guys can't claim anybody is because it's not in the DSM, to give a person a diagnosis of orthorexia when it's not in the DSM is malpractice. 100 fucking percent of the time, that is malpractice. But bodily functions, have digestive issues like constipation. Oh no, you might be a little constipated. This is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. Beyond the physical complications that come with orthorexia, the eating disorder, which is not an eating disorder, you liars. Every time they say it, it's malpractice, is also associated with mental and emotional challenges, including dealing with shame, guilt, fear, and social isolation when it comes to food. You should be ashamed to be a fat fuck, just so you know. You should be terrified of being a fat fuck because it is objectively 100% of the time bad for you. You should absolutely be afraid of being a fat fuck. You should absolutely be ashamed if you are and use that shame as a catalyst to fucking change. And you should feel guilty about the fucking extra resources that you've used that disproportionately burdened all of society and what you've done to your fucking self. How about that? These fucking people. But you're fine just the way you are. You're so pretty being 500 pounds. You're so pretty. Shut the fuck up. Compared to eating disorders like anorexia and bulimia, in which a person's primary motivation might be to change the look of their body, orthorexics, which don't exist, by the way, here's the biggest comparison. Anorexia and bulimia are both actually recognized as eating disorders. Orthorexia is not. And to compare what they even claim they think orthorexia is with anorexia and bulimia is a disgusting insult to people that have anorexia and bulimia. It absolutely is disrespectful to people with anorexia and bulimia to try to pretend that orthorexia is anywhere, even in the fucking ballpark with them. It's disgusting that they do that. It's absolutely disgusting to me. Fucking crazy. The goal doesn't happen to happen in a vacuum, though. It's diet culture's newest attack. Ah, there we go. Diet culture. It's diet culture's new attack. Media and social media's support of things like clean eating, different harmful dietary practices, such as what? And what is wrong with eating like clean, eating whole foods, not eating fucking processed foods? Like, are you trying to say that a person that eats whole foods and a person that eats 60% of their nutrition from ultra processed foods, you're trying to say that they have the same chance at health? Because they do not. One more time, I debate all of you and end your fucking careers. All of you. Every single fucking one of you. Every person that's involved in this article, I would end your fucking career if we debated live. And we all know it. Fucking ridiculous ass, rhetoric ass fucking bullshit. All of it. Basically, social media is playing a role in the increase in this eating disorder. It's not an eating disorder because it is not recognized by the licensing body that makes it so you guys think you're fucking experts at. Fucking, it's so ridiculous. Signs and symptoms of orthorexia. This ought to be amazing. How can you tell if someone is simply eating healthy or dealing with an eating disorder? Look for rigidity, says Rugless. If a friend is dividing food into black and white categories, good and bad, and cutting out entire food groups, aside from allergies or religious and cultural traditions, yeah, because if you cut out a whole food group for those things, not bad, apparently. It's not a problem. If you do it for your health, a problem. I mean, for real. Like if you get rid of a food group because of religious or cultural beliefs, not allergies, because allergies, duh. If you do it for religious or cultural traditions, we're perfectly okay, no worries at all. But if you're not, it's a problem and an eating disorder. Think about how illogical that is. Think about how ridiculous. That's like trying to say that everybody needs to stay inside and wear a diaper on your face and avoid human contact because there's this incredibly new cold that's horrible for everybody. But if you want to go burn down cities and protest because a crackhead died in police custody, you're perfectly fine. It's not bad for society. You're not contagious because it knows that you're rioting, and that's fine. That's how stupid that is. That's the analogy to it. Anyway, they also might, let's see here. They also might avoid certain restaurants, bring their own food, or refuse to eat altogether if they can't access a food they're okay with. Or they have an eating disorder that they are trying to make sure that they don't trigger, such as binge eating disorder, which notice they never even talk about. They also spend a lot of time doing research. They also may spend a lot of time researching and spending money on health foods they can't afford. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, doing research is a good goddamn thing. A really, really, really good thing. Really, really good. And spending money that they can't afford, what the fuck are you talking about? That is not an eating disorder, okay? That is poor money management. People who struggle with orthorexia tend to focus on not eating anything harmful, damaging, or bad. Instead, they consume foods they believe are pure and clean. Oh no! Oh no! How dare they? How dare they be concerned about their own fucking physical health? How dare they? People are a bit moralistic about it because if you glutton yourself to ill health, it is immoral. If you glutton yourself, smoke yourself, or drink yourself to increased disproportionate societal burden, you are in fact immoral. You are in fact burdening society selfishly. And if that hurts you, fuck off. I don't care. If you think you or a loved one might be struggling with orthorexia behaviors, it's always good to talk to a therapist. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm figuring it out. But anyway, so here's what they want you to talk to your friends about. Is your diet representative of different food groups? How does your diet make you feel? Does thinking about food, eating and food, take up a lot of your time in your life? Does what you eat cost an appropriate amount of money? Are you able to enjoy social gatherings around food? Ask every fat person that shit. Like, let's go with the fat people before we go with the health, the people trying to be healthy. You fucking losers. How is orthorexia diagnosed or treated? Orthorexia is not an officially diagnosis in the DSM. So as of right now, there isn't a set of clear clinical criteria to determine whether a person has. So in other words, you're just full of shit. If you don't have a clear critical criteria of whether a person has or not, you don't have a justification to say anybody fucking has it. You realize that, right? If you can't tell me a clear clinical criteria to determine whether I have it or not, or somebody has it or not, then you can't prove it exists. You literally can't prove it exists. You're all liars. I end all your careers in debate, all of them. And they are going to suggest therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, based off of something they can't diagnose. That's malpractice. 100% of the fucking time. That's malpractice. So, we're going to end it on that. With that, I'll do a little Q&A. If the fucking YouTube gods will let me. Again, one more time, guys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just give it to you right now. Just giving it to you. Because this is being played on Rumble also right now. So go follow me on Rumble. Here it is. That's Alan Roberts Rumble. Follow me, Evening Rants Rumble also. But let's do this. Let's do some Q&A. How to treat yourself from orthorexia is to stuff yourself with Twinkies. Exactly. That's what they think. I cannot tell you how many super morbidly obese patients I have lost over the years because of breathing and heart issues, but none with orthorexia. Yeah, they find me a death. Find me one orthorexia death. But one more time, I will say this. No shit, one more time, I'll say this. If you can't diagnose it, if you can't give me the clinical criteria for it, you shouldn't be talking about it because it doesn't fucking exist. I'm sorry. Like, that's bullshit. It's like, hey, we're talking about something that we can't back up at all with science, data, our own literature, anything like that. But we want you to know that it's a problem. Fucking bullshit. I eat as healthy as possible, not a problem. My dad had body dysmorphia and would go to extreme diets when he was stressed. Huge difference. Exactly. Exactly. Sheeny Beanie. I just want to say that by their definition, veganism is orthorexia. Oh my God. Absolutely. 100%. Veganism is absolutely orthorexia. By their definition. That's a very good point, Sheeny Beanie. That's fucking outstanding. So a health magazine wants women not to seek health. It seems pretty paradoxical to me. Well, it does seem paradoxical until you determine who the vast majority of the sponsorships and ads for Women's Health magazine are. It's pharmaceutical and food. So it's pharmaceutical and food. I can guarantee you, I don't give a fuck what the title of the magazine is. It's not going to talk about health. I can guarantee it. When the two biggest advertisers for mainstream media and rags like the Women's Health mag are the pharmaceutical industry and the food industry, I'm going to tell you that it is not actually paradoxical. It is by design, and they want you to stay fat, sick, and weak. When I describe orthorexia, I was thinking of bodybuilders and how they train and their limitations with food. Yeah, but in reality, that's a very small window of time. Mark, like the last 2 weeks before Mark won his pro card, I was just like, God damn, dude, like fucking, like he was like eating like 18 ounces of chicken a day for a little bit. And I'm like, that's not fucking a lot. And then he had and then there was they have to diet down with the water, they have to cleanse all the water and stuff like that. But that's temporary. Like they do that for and then they eat a lot more, so that's where I'm at with it. Although I do know we have many people that competed that hired Chris and I to be coaches. They used to compete in bodybuilding and stuff like that because they're trying to build back a healthier relationship with food. One of the first things we do is have them move off of the 6 feedings a day into like the basic meals and stuff like that. Anyway, and by the way, I did want to let everybody know that you can go to my link tree right here, and we have a few slots open for month-to-month coaching. You can get it right there on the app. Please do check that out. We will help you. We've helped thousands of people, and people getting off their diabetes medications, putting their diabetes into remission. People have lost 200 plus pounds with us. Tons of people losing well over 100 pounds. Fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, if not 1,000 people, losing 50 pounds or more, and maintaining it, keeping it off. So do check that out. Here we go. And Monique. Yeah, I just got you. I'm sorry about that. Creating a problem to make money off fixing the problem they created. Exactly. Exactly. What do you think about quitting caffeine? I don't take in nearly as much caffeine as I used to. I still take a Monster every now and then, and I enjoy a really good cup of coffee every now and then. Caffeine is not shown to be bad for you, by the way. I mean, it can be bad individually for a person, but there's plenty of studies that show that it's actually very beneficial in moderate amounts. I think I think that a gram of caffeine a day is a lot. But I do think that like enjoying a cup of coffee, a nice little stimulant, it's a slight diuretic to help you sweat out some pounds. I think it's perfectly fine. But I do think that people we are a way over caffeinated society. I'm curious, is there a way to help an obese person want to change the habits? I struggle with my best friend. It's sad. Yeah, tell your best friend that you want them to be around a long time. And they're not going to be if they fucking take it seriously. Tell them that you love them and you mean this with only coming from a place of love, but their eating habits are going to cause them to be taken away from your friendship before you'd want, and you don't want that for them. That's how I would start. Paracast, thank you for your no BS motivation me to lose 26 kilograms in a year. Fuck yeah. Paracast, that's a fucking hero. Hell yeah. Great goddamn job. Courtney May, I try to prioritize protein so I have at least 8 ounces of whole food per meal. I'm still finding myself getting hungry. Can I up the protein to 9 ounces, or is that too much per meal? No, you can up it to 9 ounces, and I would pull back either a little bit of fat or a little bit of a little bit of fat or a little bit of carbohydrates, just in case you don't want to push yourself over into actually gaining weight if you're a homeostasis. But we also offered that type of advice on our app, which I shared the link tree for. You can join the app. We are coming up with a new challenge, by the way, where it's not for coaching. You can just join the app and join our challenge. It's $9.99 a month to join, and it's daily. I mean, it's like daily workouts throughout the week. But I'm going to be doing sets of dailies, like 100 push-ups, 100 bodyweight squats, stuff like that, with everybody. Not actually with everybody, but I'm participating in the challenge too. So you should join us there. But yeah, I think you're absolutely fine upping it, especially because it should help you stay much more satiated too. Today passed 7 months since I lost 35 kilograms in 10 months. Boom. Oh, yeah. Fucking hell yeah. Hell yeah. Great goddamn job. All right, guys. Yes, and keep basketball games on and tell people we have to stay 10 feet away from others. Exactly. It was fucking ridiculous. It was all ridiculous. It was all bullshit. I said it was all bullshit. I was right. The people that said I was wrong were wrong. They're just two ass bitches to fucking admit it. Every bitch in the fitness industry that was like, oh, Alan's so wrong about COVID. I was right. You bitches were wrong. You look stupid as fuck. I always knew you were stupid as fuck. And you're just pussy ass bitches for fucking towing the fucking line. If you were in the fitness industry and you didn't agree with me in 2020 about the fucking novel virus, you're just too stupid to understand me. That's the fucking long and short of that shit. But what's the app called? Well, here, the app is just damn collective, but here you can get it right on my right here. You can get it on here, blah, blah, blah. You can go to it, check it out. And we scroll down more. Nick, Alan, did you see the person who didn't like when I recommended your product to help with sugar cravings, especially after asking recommendations? I did not, Nick. Please say I would like to check it out. I appreciate it. And not everybody needs to uh, not like the products. I mean, they're just clinically proven to work. So uh, that's the long and short of it. But everybody, 45 minutes. I'll be back probably at 6 p.m. Eastern time tonight. And then again at 8 p.m. Eastern time to talk about evening rants and to talk with Tommy Gabriel. I hope all of you have a fucking phenomenal day. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. Well, no, wait. I might be an hour later tomorrow because we might be filming evening rants earlier in the day. I gotta check, but I will be back tomorrow at some point in time. Have a good day.